what their role is, where they fit in to the company, what they're responsible for. So I kind of had everybody go through and write down what they do, what their role is, and I think it'll be kind of shocking in some of the stuff that we come up with. So together, we're going to kind of create our org chart. I kind of got started, but we'll kind of create it together, and that way at the end of it, you guys, or everybody's 100% clear of who they report to, what they're responsible for, and we'll kind of go from there. So it'll be pretty quick. Kind of broke it up, as you guys can see. Obviously, Harry is in charge of everything. I report to him. Right now, both IT and accounting reports to Perry, so we'll kind of start over there. The little red boxes, and I'll kind of keep you guys abreast of who we're looking for, what we're looking to do. The little red boxes indicate people that we're going to try and, or positions that we're going to try and fill over the next 3 to 6 months. So as of right now, we're currently actively seeking a CFO to run the accounting department. We've interviewed 4 people. I think that we'll have a decision within the next couple of weeks of who that person's going to be. But once that person's named, that person will run the accounting department, okay? From there, this person that will, as I'm seeing it right now, the hierarchy as it is today, Julie heads up the accounting department. Her title is finance manager. She'll go directly beneath the CFO. And Julie's responsibilities are everything from weekly payroll to accounts receivable to setting up jobs and daily and monthly management duties. Anything else, Julie? She used to be responsible for the parties within the company, but obviously she's failed greatly at that recently. So Julie will go right there. Mallory is the AP manager, correct? Her responsibilities are the subcontractor invoice issues, check requests, licensing, accounting, 1099, etc. Correct? So Mallory will be right here, and then both Marion and, Marion, did I get one from you?
Yes. I was one of the first people to put it. I did the same day.
Maybe it's at the bottom of the top. These are all of them, aren't they?
I think so.
Okay, well, once I find it, we'll come
I
back to
put
it.
it in his box. No.
She gave it to you.
Yeah, it's probably in my box still. So basically, we'll have, you know, Marion and then Elizabeth right here. On the construction side, right now, we've kind of had John Conway taking care of running that department. Basically, moving forward, John's gonna to help out until we find this person, but you guys are gonna be reporting directly to me. We're currently soliciting for a COO or somebody to run the operations of the company. I think that's kind of one area. We have too many people doing too many things. John's way too busy to do that and do it effectively, as am I. So this position, we do not have filled yet, but it's the next on our list as soon as we get that position filled. Understood? So from there, it kind of breaks into a couple different divisions. We have the admins. Right now, Tina heads up that part of our department. She is the lead. Tina's roles are to assist the project managers in day-to-day activities, develop, train, and coach the admin team, assist the superintendents, provide customer service to subcontractors, be a contact person for contracts, certificate of insurance, W-9s, etc., and computer age training. I'm gonna run out of room real quick. From there, Jennifer and Courtney. Basically, Jennifer, Courtney, gosh dang it, I'm so bad at names.
Cindy.
Cindy, you guys all report to Tina for your day-to-day activities. sense?
I have mine here.
Perfect. And one thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave these up here for about a week, so if you guys have any questions about what people are responsible for, come peek, take a look at it. Might give you a better idea of what people are thinking, especially when we get to Todd's. This is very interesting.
Come on, man.
Told you that. That's my mistake.
All right, from there, we got two other people. We have the PMs. Then we have the assistant PMs. Once we get that person in place, you guys will report directly to him. PMs are gonna be Rick, John Haggerty, Brad Sanderson, Mr. Mills, and all you guys. So basically, and Dustin, that's basically, so Rick says he's responsible for all aspects of the project. He's responsible for reviewing plans for accuracy, submitting requests for plan modification, maintaining budget, resolving issues between PKC subs and owners, oversee and communicate all issues with the superintendent. Brad is responsible for managing projects and accounts. Basically close out projects, a lot of the same thing that Rick had. Rick Mills, number one priority, which I like, is to satisfy the client, schedule performance, make sure we make the budget, excel in quality, enhance margin, and increase the prestige and respect of PKC. So what I think is kind of funny, and why I wanted to get everybody together, is we have three project managers, and while the overall scope is similar, they all three have three different ideas of what a project manager is, which we will also help to define over the next month or so. And then Ethan and James, those gentlemen are our two assistant PMs. Basically, Ethan has assist PMs in helping find subcontractors, review, come on, Ethan.
Yeah, it's chicken scratch. That's why I use computers. Review submittals, and assist with all paperwork needed, and then just be the general crap button for PMs.
Thank you today.
So James, he has the responsibility of handling all the warranty items, procurement for ongoing jobs, revolving closeout issues, overseeing small projects. I know James is getting ready to do a small project that we were just awarded for NFI. So James and Ethan will probably start taking on some small projects like that. But their main duty at this point in time is to support these guys. Okay? I think as we grow and we become larger, this is going to become a more important of a position as we bring kids in from school and stuff like that. It's going to be a way for a lot of companies call them project engineers, assistant PMs, whatever you want to call them. It gives people a chance to kind of work their way up through a company, kind of learn it from the ground floor up. So, purchasing, John Conway, and as we grow, that division will grow. But once we hire this position, John will be able to get back to actually what he does best. And he will be here. Estimating, as it is right now, the estimators report to me. After I find the operations guy, we still need a director of estimating, chief estimator, whatever you guys want to call it. Our estimating department's broke down into two divisions, basically. One supports the other, but we have the Assistant estimators over here. And then the estimators. Sharon Cassidy runs our assistant estimators. She heads up that division. Sharon's roles are to monitor a weekly estimating schedule and ensure that deadlines are met, maintain, compile, and organize project-related documentation, maintain the plan room with the latest plans and notify subs about new projects, and performs other duties as assigned. Jamie and Matt both report to Sharon. Jamie's responsible for finding subs for all jobs, give good customer service, assist estimators on projects, load subs in high square foot. And Matt kind of has he kind of follows the same trend as Jamie does. Any questions so far? And then we get to the estimating. Wow, what a bunch of good guys these guys are. We have Todd. He performs quality takeoffs. He coordinates site visits. He organizes the department lunch on Friday. And he's also trying to understand why cold air blows in his grill in the wintertime. I have an answer to that, just so you know.
Okay. I got a picture of the thermometer. It was 58 this morning when I got in. Poor guy.
Joe Reed has a full attachment of his procedures and processes.
Wow, Joe.
That's thorough.
Oh, what up?
What part of the
above
internet
the,
you copy and paste that off?
Well, I figured since Mike took so much time developing that form, I had to use it somewhere in life.
Charlie Lane has worked with assistant estimators to cover scopes of work for upcoming bids, use PlanSwift takeoff software to get quantities of materials for bids, uses Timberline, analyzing subcontractor quotes, and carefully look over plans to understand the projects. And Chad, he must have talked to Charlie, so. All right, then we got the sales and business development side. Basically, there's two people in that structure. One's Sean, one's Al. Al's gonna be moving directly back into this role, not into construction at all. Basically, Sean puts down his role is for prospecting for ideal clients and project opportunities, initiating and cultivating relationships with existing and potential clientele, provide communication bridge between PKC staff and clients. Is that true, Sharon? And provide information regarding any client estimate or current project by engaging the client, documentation and tracking of all client interactions, relaying any pertinent information, keeping up on the pulse of clients' industry, and furthering PKC's name locally and nationally. And Mary, I didn't forget about you. And then HR and recruiting. Basically, this is Cecilia. I'm going to give you a brief synopsis, so if you disagree, let me know. But basically, her responsibility is primarily to recruit, to ensure that we consistently have the best employees at all times. It's something that I used to do. It takes a tremendous amount of time. But everything right now, from superintendents to project managers to estimating staff and administrators, student personnel, to be fair. She's also going to be getting into, we're developing training booklets for superintendents, project managers, and admins, so that way when somebody's on board, they have an onboarding process with a 30-page document, YouTube videos, and all that of how to. That's the one thing probably all of you guys can say is when you were brought on to PKC, that there is no how-to, it's here you go. So that's something that we're really working on changing. you know, you have a step-by-step, you know, of how to do things. I think it'll obviously improve the overall, you know, function within us as a company, so. That's it. Damn it, Mary, I said I would forget you. Last but not least, Mary Simpson. Obviously, Mary's responsible for answering the phone, file, and set up of new job files, ordering supplies, assist admins or anyone requesting help, most UPS and FedEx shipping, assisting new people, and pull Home Depot and Lowe's invoices. So Mary, basically right now, you're gonna be underneath Tina, okay? That's it. We got John Haggerty. Did you just throw this here, John? All right. Make sense? Make it a little bit more clear? Anybody got any questions? No? Not one? Okay. Well, I think it's that simple. I just wanted to make sure at this point in time, what we'll do also with this is send out everybody within the next couple weeks just kind of a formal org chart so everybody understands exactly what you see up here. It's something that we've not done in at least a couple of years. Kind of helps set some structure to everything, especially as we move forward and kind of put in a few key pieces. I will say the one thing that I, fast forward a couple of years, I do see, you know, right now 95% of everything we do is within restaurant and healthcare. There is plenty of opportunities for everybody to move up. I eventually could see, you know, us having somebody running the restaurant division, somebody running the healthcare division, you know, with a group of PMs underneath them, which obviously allows for a lot of opportunity for, you know, different people to move up within the PM ranks. I could see the estimating department going the same way, having a group that, you know, that their expertise is healthcare and restaurants, because obviously, let's face it, it's two totally different animals. So I think as we start to grow and things start to blossom a little bit, I think you'll start to see some of those splits just happen, just because of maturity. But there's plenty of opportunities to come up as we continue to grow. So don't think that there's not. That's for sure.
Are you wanting to grow into full site, or are you still just mainly on focus into?
You know, at this point in time, no. It's still until we get to a point where we've just about done all the tenant finishes we can do. I'm content with being who we are. I think a lot of times people aren't, but I think for the most part, you know, I'm content. I think that our superintendents, our project managers, us as a company are really set up for that. I mean, our guys like to travel, they like to do quick jobs. You know, we're not really set to be on site for 6 months. It's just not who we are at this point in time. So.
We didn't hear your roles.
You can read them, Joe.
They're attached. Okay.